Hello all and welcome back to City Motions 2. Yes, we're continuing on our run through on Cardiff Map. Looks lovely from this view, where Cardiff Queen Street Station would be. So yes, we're going to be continuing on our run today. One of the things they're going to be doing is putting another bus route in, one that will go from north down to here, so north to the centre. Pretty much just to add another variation to the route of bus running. This is on purpose so we can run along, make more money on the service as we go along. But as you might have remembered from the last service series, if I put the line on, we had a little run through looking at the map, and we built this lovely route here. Route 1 all the way in from back St Mellons area, all the way into the centre via Cardiff Road and cutting into Splot. So we did that from the last series. So this series we're going to be turning around, put a second bus route in, but also put in our fare, our transport zone, which as we can see is all yellow, and we'll be changing that so there'll be different fares. First of all, let's have a look what people are requesting. This person wants to build one line to the Elizabeth Tower and Westminster Palace. Transport 20, and of course the reward is 2,300. So we'll accept that. That's quite a good little offer. So you probably see there's a marker on our desk now. Red marker. See the red marker is telling us where we need to transport people to. So normally there's another marker which I cannot see, so obviously we just need to transport people to that location, so that's easy enough. We can easily incorporate that. Next one is build one line to the villa, and the reward is 2,500, and we should have a dot for the villa, which doesn't look like it's shown. But there we go. Right, so let's get on with putting our zones in first, because I said about this first. So this is to turn around to do Zone A, Zone B, Zone C, and Zone D. Now these is when you look at the, just get in the right place, the tickets. We can see ticket prices a bit low, so let's just raise them up a bit. So if we look, we can see Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone all, and then standard line. Now the idea is you turn around and you build your zone. So at the moment we're all yellow, so it means it's all one price ticket all the way along. So let's change this to Zone B, which will turn around and say Zone 1, and let's push Zone 1 all the way to about here, right the way along, so this incorporates quite a lot of stuff. And we'll do it to there, and let's think of future. We'll come all the way down. Let's take in Cardiff Bay, right up from Cardiff Bay. So all that could be Zone 1, which nice little run for Zone 1. And I think I'll probably extend it all the way down to here, which is about where the Cardiff football stadium is as well. So all that is Zone 1. So let's change into the next one. This is turn to the green one, and this would be Zone 2. Now if we run it close to the other one, so of course turn around and saying like this is Zone 2. Now the fares change between each zone, so people will pay more to go from one zone, will pay less if they're just staying in Zone 2. Same if they're only just staying in Zone 1. But if they're moving from one zone to another, they have to pay more. So you'll find your ticket prices, your tickets, your money you make on your ticket will rise. So if we make this just go right round, I don't want to, probably won't incorporate much into Zone 3, so we'll try and incorporate a lot of it into Zone just 2, so it's only generally 2 zones, and we'll put a Zone 3 just for the last little, for places that's a bit out on the sticks, we'll say. Oop. Just did that a little bit wrong. Let's just in a bit there. We'll have Canton into Zone 1 and Grange Town, just to keep people quite happy. And we'll get the green again, sorry I should say, not blue, that's what we just done. And we'll put this all the way along. So this is just showing really that this is Zone 2. Come all the way down, and we'll put Zone 2 goes all the way down into Penarth, so Penarth could be in Zone 2. And we'll have the docks into Zone 2 as well. We won't bother doing painting the sea because, well, it's not really worth it. And we'll finally put our Zone D, which is the red zone, which is Zone 3, right on here, right out to here in the sticks. So this little place, town here, a village I should say, would be in Zone D. So they'll have to pay the most to travel into the centre. So you'll find that you'll get quite a bit of money if people are coming from that zone, coming all the way in. But there we go. So there we go, that's our colourful. I'll just put this red so it's just, you know, at least then we got it all nicely coloured. And I'll just put that as a bit more green there, just in case we do in future put boats around. At least then it doesn't incorporate them into the other zone. So there we go, we got our zones done. So we have Zone 1, Zone 2, as we can see the red, and Zone 3. So that's quite good. So the buses will be changing from one zone to the other, and they'll be making quite a nice bit of money as they go from one zone to the other. So let's get out of the zone view. Let's have a look at our finances. Shall we have a look? And at the moment, we are turning a profit. A very slow profit, but we are turning a profit now. So our company has gone from minus to profit. Now I did load this game up a couple of minutes before, because it does take a bit for it to start making money instead of minusing out. And at the moment, it's making money. As we can see, there's a bus quite full of passengers, and quite a few passengers taking our service and moving in and out. Of course, we can see that we don't need to really improve on our timetable, because there's not really much of a queues of passengers around any of our stops, which is quite good. There may be a few disheartened people, as we can see, but there is a bus on its way, and that will take them away quite soon. So, to be honest, we're doing very well. As we can see, our ticket prices, we're getting a nice profit. Well, our money from our ticket is 1,772. Well, 1,792 now. Keeps going up because of course the money you make. Energy costs, because our buses are quite take a lot of energy, is 405. Maintenance is 143. Drivers we pay 234. That will go up or down in amount of drivers you have. Our total is 1,087. Keeps going up because of course the money tickets coming in. Our prices are not too much inflation and up or down. Because bear in mind that when we started the service, it was night. Now it's day. We actually start making money. As I added inspectors, we can catch people that's turning around trying to penalty fare, like pretty much fare dodge. So our penalty fare at the moment is 253. We pay 196 to the inspectors. That's a total of £57 we just get out of it. We don't get much, but when your system gets bigger and you start incorporating trams, metro, and all the other stuff, make sure you put your inspectors up, because that will start making quite a nice bit of money to add on top. So, overall, our expenditure is 1,006, 1,008 now. Our income is 2,537, and our total is 1,550, or 1,560. Keeps from fluctuating because you keep going up and down and everything like that. Now that's a nice turnover of money we're getting from just that one bus service. Now we could increase the bus service and frequency on that bus service, but to be honest, we have got a few miserable people not happy about buses coming along, and our buses are quite full. But to be honest, I wouldn't incorporate another shorten the times yet, as to be honest, to be fair, they're running in quite... There's not a massive build-up of people. I would worry if there was more people. Say, like, it turns around and you can see quite often we get 20 people waiting at different bus stops and everything. Then I'd start thinking, right, we need to incorporate more buses or bigger buses. I think we probably will incorporate bigger buses soon, but we won't do it quite yet, as I would want to make a route for all our buses that we've bought recently to go on that, and then the bigger buses can go on this. We also got to watch out about that our buses as well, because if it all comes out of the same depot, and we have another route that comes out from the same depot, and we turn around and say we want it with these buses, we want a different bus on them, as we would look at these buses that we have at the moment, which is the common, is classed as a large bus. Now this is the point where it gets a bit thing. Now if we used one of these buses here and ran with one of these, it's a medium bus. So in other words, that would run nicely along thing, and these are large bus. Now when we look at timetable, see, I probably just confused you all to bits there. Sorry about that. But when you look at the timetable, we have, as you can see, S and an L, and we could change that to say like any specific type. So we can say we want small, medium, or large. This is telling you what type of buses you want. Now that's the thing you've got to watch out for. Now our buses that we're using at the moment are quite small, but they are classed as large buses. And if we put double deckers in here and decide to make our new route, it will constantly go between these buses and our double deckers, because they're both large buses. So if we turn around and put them excuse me, if we turn around and put on an extra bus service coming along and say medium, well, in the end of the day, we won't really have much buses that go on it. Hopefully, the game would be clever enough to think of, we'll put the smaller buses on that, and we'll put the larger buses on this if we put it as large. So we could put the double deckers on here, so we could buy these, we could buy a bigger bus than what we're using at the moment, which of course is the Comet, and make our make our seat capacity bigger. See, out of them all, I probably would pick this bus more, only because one, it has a better acceleration out of them, and sometimes that's quite important. So it's got better acceleration. It costs a lot more, which is, you know, bad, and the maintenance and diesel consumption is a lot more than this one, let's say. But our service quality is a hell of a lot higher, and it has a lot more seats. So, in the end of the day, if you think of it, we can have a lot more passengers on that bus than what we're using at the moment. I can see not many happy people, but then I can see there's a bus on its way. So we'll consider that very soon. But at the moment, let's consider building another bus route. So we'll go back to what stands we normally. We'll start with our cheapy stands at the start. So you've probably heard a scratching noise then. I was just itching my nose then, sorry. So we'll turn around and we'll put a stop here and a stop here. For future ideas that when we turn around and put a metro service running, that we'll probably put a station here, so that will incorporate that. Now I meant to show you as well, as this is the ring for the bus. It's the same pretty much for the trolley bus. But if we turn around and show the tram, the ring is ever so slightly bigger. The metro is quite bigger than that. So if you bear in mind, the tram is slightly bigger than the bus, and then the metro is one of the biggest sizes you get out of it all. The monorail will fluctuate because sometimes I think the monorail is about the same as the metro, and the water bus is about the same as the tram. So they're not. So bear in mind that you won't add too much on them. So let's move along our bus service, and we'll come along and we'll go. Well, we'll stop off at these houses, so at least then people can then catch a bus by here. They weren't connected before, so now these people are now connected by a bus route. And we'll send this bus all the way up here. We won't bother stopping anywhere around here. We'll just run it all the way along, so it just runs as an express bus along the dual carriageway. So we'll go all the way up here to the top, to the roundabout, and then we'll make it as, we'll keep it as the cheap stands, and we'll do that. And we'll improve it to the better stands now, and we'll run this bus service down this road. So this is pretty much just running coming from pretty much north to south, following the road that's already laid out for us as a bus route. Now if you ever see problems like this, get the bulldozer, do that, and it makes the road as a single whole road. As long as there's no roads connecting to it, it'll make the road more connected, so there'll be more traffic can fit in there, and secondly, we can fit a nicer bus stop in the middle of it. So we'll just keep running this bus service route, these bus stops all the way down, and so we're just coming totally different way from our last bus service. We'll put one here because we'll probably end up putting a metro station here, so it can connect up with the metro, and we'll run it all the way down. Telling me off the point where it was then. Running our bus service all the way down, right down to where it connects onto the original one. Now we could run the same route as the one before, but I'm going to change that slightly and put newer bus stops, of course, and run opposite. I'm going to go the opposite way round, so then people can then catch a different type of bus to go the opposite way round. There's quite a few people waiting for a bus by there, so I may need to incorporate a better timetable for bus route 1. So there we go, we've just put in another bus route pretty much running along. And of course, as same as last time, we're going to create the route, close it at the moment, click on add stop, and we'll connect it to our bus stop station, a depot I should say, and we'll run it all the way up to where we want it. Now it would run, because it's running as the most direct route, so it's going to run along the dual carriageway just as we want. If it didn't, we can simple as add this known as a waypoint, and you can get waypoint on all of the above, as you can see. And if you add the waypoint in and you turn around and the bus route service or the tram or the train didn't go along the line that you wanted it to go along, you can add this route, add that, and all of a sudden you can then do the same thing as we're doing here and click on it when you're building your route, or add it after you've built your route, as I showed you before on the first video. And when you do that, all of a sudden you will connect all of a sudden you can then change the route of either the train, the tram, or the bus to the way you wanted it, and that would then improve your service, because all of a sudden you may have built a line that avoided a load of stops or very, very busy. You decided to divert the route or bus, train or tram to either avoid some route stops where the buses are clogging up too much or where it's too busy, and all of a sudden you can then change that to go, I want you to go here, and all of a sudden that will then incorporate itself to go via that stop. So all in all, we've just made this lovely route coming all the way along, and now we can see on the map it running along, goes all the way up and then works its way back down. So pretty much goes north back down to the centre. So next thing to do is what we did last time and go into the timetable. Now we could just copy the bus from 1. For doing so though, I would change this to opposite to the bus you have before leaving the depot. You don't want too many buses leaving the depot at the exact same time. So we'll copy that from 1, and we'll put that as a half an hour later than the bus that ran before. Same with the evening, copy from 1, and we'll just move this all to past, as then we're not inflicting in the bus service that runs already. So copy, half an hour, make sure you change the ending one to half an hour as well, and our nights, copy, half an hour, and half an hour. So there we go, we've pretty much done the exact same as we did with the other route, but just added it at past. Now the next thing to do is when we push OK, is to see how many buses we need to run on this route. Now we need 17 buses. Now we know we have 14 buses already put to this depot, 17 on top. That gives us 11. That's going to be over what this depot can cope with, because normally it can maintain 20 buses. Now if we incorporate more bus services on bus route 1, which probably will do very soon, we'll have to have even more buses leaving bus route 1. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, actually the first thing I'm going to do is turn around, click on this, and instead of saying any, I'm going to put an M by every single one. Now we know, we'll leave that as S. Now we know that the buses that's on bus route 1 are large buses. Now we could get medium-sized buses to run on bus route 2, but I'm going to probably turn around and buy a bit bigger buses to run on bus route 1, and probably, hopefully, it will put the smaller buses on bus route 1 on bus route 2. But the next thing we gotta do really is buy new buses. Now, as I'm thinking we need new buses for bus route 1, I'm gonna go and buy the bus that I wanted, and I'm gonna buy 5 of them, but I'm gonna take that off from what we're using on bus line 2. So we'll have 5 new buses already, but we'll probably these buses would pick and choose between bus route 2 and bus route 1. So if we purchase this now, so there we go, we're 19. So we'll take 4 off our 17. So we need 13 buses left to buy. So let's go down to the buses we want, which are these ones of course, and push this all the way up to 13. So there we go, we now have 32 buses in this depot and bought buses for bus route 2. Now as it's night, pretty much, we're going to open bus route 2 now. So now we have a lot of buses in here already. Buses waiting to go is 20. Now we need buses to go because there's a bus coming soon and it won't fit in here in a sec. So we'll speed up time a little. So hopefully we'll see a bus come out and run on our new route. There we go. So hopefully now that bus will be able to go into the depot and not queue outside. Because when it hits to so many numbers, so 20, the buses will start queuing outside along here. Now we don't want them to queue out here, because if they queue out here, it would be a pain in the ass for maintenance, and the buses will you'll have more buses on the route than you want to, and it will come up red for the line. So there we go, we run along. This is quite an important message. When it turns around and says some bus routes services, some tickets are too low, have a look at your prices. So there we go, we can see all our prices are way too low. So let's raise them up by just doing the all button of all raise. We'll lower the tickets for 3. Now we can't really raise them anymore, so we'll just keep running them up just so they don't stay in blue. They don't mind them in green so much, but we don't want them in blue because they're too cheap, and we'll keep getting that message saying your bus tickets are too cheap. So we'll just do that, and we'll just raise that as well. You may also notice from the last video there's some background music now, as we didn't have any background music. I forgot I turned the music off. So there we go. We've just rose all our prices of our tickets. So that should now give us a much more money coming in, as our ticket prices are higher. Now we've now got more drivers running for us because we have more buses. So our maintenance and energy costs will rise. Our driver costs will rise due to more drivers, but we haven't changed our inspectors. We still got the same amount of inspectors, and you can see they're making a nice bit of money coming in. Now let's have a look at our coverage. Now we're only going to catch 20% of fare dodgers because we only have 2. So if we keep rising that up, we can see it's 27, 33, 37, 40, 44, 47. There we go. We'll have 9 of them to catch 50% of fare dodgers. So that's a nice. That should turn a bit more money in as well, as 50% of fare dodgers we could catch would stop people fare dodging on our services, and we'll pay the fares. So as you can see, this bus is running quite nicely along on the motorway. Try and get a nice camera view for you all. So I'll shut that down. So we can see the bus is running quite nicely on this route number 2. So that's going to probably be it for this one, as it's a very slow. I know it's a bit slow, this thing, because you can't really rush into this game like a bull in a china shop, because if you do that, you're going to be out of money very quickly, and then you're going to struggle. But we've added 2 nice new bus services routes in, which should make us a nice bit of money coming in. So I think next video I'll probably try and do some local bus, so we can do some bus services connecting to our newer services, which are more going into the centre, because you don't want all your bus services going to the centre, because you don't want it to have a massive inflection of buses going into one place and going in the same way, because in the end each bus service would be competing against each other. So you don't want to really do that. What you really want to do is have certain bus services connecting to the others, and that would then make people change from one bus service to another. So like, if we end up running more bus services running around here, around our St Mellons area, you'll probably see me pointed towards the map at the moment. So if we did that and connected up more up into our bus route number 1, that will make more people then catch the bus to go into the city centre. And they'll catch the bus that will incorporate itself onto the other bus that goes in. So that will then, of course, in other terms, would then make money go up. But we'll do that in the next series, and I also may even try and work our way into a bit more money, and we'll have a little dive into trams maybe. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick video. Well, saying quick, it's gone on for a little bit, but making a second bus service and seeing we're making a bit of money. I'm quite enjoying doing this complete series, and hopefully everyone else is feeling it, quite enjoying it too, and enjoying watching this whole thing as we're running along, making a nice little runs and service runs. We now got 2 bus services running in the centre and coming from 2 different directions, so at least now we could probably make a bit more money than we were before. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. Please don't forget to, if you've enjoyed the video, like the video, and if you have any comments or anything you'd like help with, like if you've seen some bits on here and said, oh, I didn't get this, please don't hesitate to comment, and I will reply back to you as soon as I can and make it a little bit simpler, or even do another video, or put in a video telling you a bit more simpler how to do something, just to make it a little easier for people, because I know sometimes it can get daunting when you get into something, a new game, and trying to learn all the controls, and it can be daunting, but hopefully I'm trying to make it a bit more friendly and easier to play. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and all. like I said as well, also I would like it if you haven't subscribed before and you've enjoyed what you see before. Please don't hesitate to subscribe. You probably get you probably know the videos come out more frequent, and be able to see the next video as soon as it comes out as well. Also, if you need, also don't forget, in my description there is my Facebook page, so you can follow my Facebook page, and that'll probably tell you more information when videos are coming out and this, that, the other. Same with my Twitter, so you can follow me on Twitter. So all links are below in the description. So hopefully if you enjoyed that. Hopefully next Friday there'll be another video, probably on GJDobbzy, as it would have been Train Simulator last week. So hopefully you've enjoyed that, and hopefully you enjoyed watching all our keeping in tune with the videos on Fridays as well. So all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, and hopefully to see you in the next video of this, or my Friday videos. And bye for now.